Hello everyone, I'm Paul McGuire Grimes. There's no shortage of footage of the Beatles from any moment in their career, and Oscar-winning director Peter Jackson has made the new docuseries The Beatles Get Back a riveting, probing look at the Fab Four. All 3 parts are now streaming on Disney+, and I want to talk about it. This is Paul's trip to the movies. It was early January 1969, and the Beatles hadn't performed live together in nearly 2 years, but they're set to record a new live album and a TV special. Now, they're on a really tight schedule with merely 2 weeks to write and record 14 new songs and film this TV special, as Ringo Starr was set to start production on a new movie that happened to be shooting in the same studio that they were using. Now, despite their career and their catalog of hits, it was a rocky couple of weeks as tension really rose between everyone involved. Now, Peter Jackson has worked through about 60 hours of film footage and 150 hours of audio recordings from this Get Back session, which were directed by Michael Lindsay Hogg. Now, it's been largely unseen and kept in a vault since then, and you would think that by watching the Beatles Get Back that this was all shot last year, given the painstaking work that Peter Jackson and his crew went into restoring this old footage. It's unbelievably clear, crisp, with a color palette that just pops in every frame. And you know that there's no way that the old Regals looked a quarter as they do here. The end result is this gorgeous 8-hour film spanning 3 parts. Now, Peter Jackson knows precisely how he wants to divide up this story, and he demonstrates his eye for storytelling all while using someone else's footage that then he has to assemble in a really cohesive manner. Jackson lets his audience sit in as the Beatles tinker around in the first week of rehearsals. They're casually playing together to test out possible lyrics, song ideas, and more. And it's quite clear that they're missing some direction and motivation to keep them on track. Paul McCartney unofficially takes on that role, kind of leading to some tension between him and George Harrison, who really wants to finally have his say in the songwriting process. Now, we see Ringo Starr sit back quietly on his drums, and John Lennon passively listens with Yoko Ono right by his side. Now, Jackson never races through this slow, rough start, allowing us to sit in on the dynamics of the group. It's a treat to just sit and see their creative process flow out as their unfiltered dialogue ponders their success, the act of performing live again, the future state of the group, and what's been happening the last year and a half. Now, it's evident that they really enjoy making each other laugh, as there's this deep love and admiration that they have for one another. Now, this also comes as complications, as part 1 ends with a really big bombshell that really alters the state of the project and the future of the band. The other 2 parts then offer a different mood and tenor and kind of clips along a bit quicker despite their length. Now, it's easy to just get swept away in the awe of the Beatles Get Back. You're offered this opportunity to sit in with some of the finest musicians of all time in a really intimate way that's not always captured in a rock documentary. It comes at an emotional time for the band, which then permeates onto the viewer depending on your, love of the Beatles. Now, for me, they're my favorite band, and I felt just in the presence of greatness with this documentary. It's just something to cherish for years to come with multiple viewings, and I'll know that I'll just pick up on something new each time. I'm giving the Beatles Get Back 5 out of 5 ticket stubs. If you like my review today, click subscribe on my YouTube channel to get some of the movie reviews, as well as my appearances on Twin Cities Live. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Paul's Movie Trip. I'd love to hear from you. Who is your favorite Beatle? What's your favorite song? Let's celebrate the Beatles. And then go to my website, paulstriptothemovies.com, for even more reviews. Thank you so much for watching my review of the Beatles Get Back. This is Paul's Trip to the Movies.